So did you agree with banning Trump?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't follow him. I didn't follow him, so I didn't get his tweets on my timeline. And I was like, I thought that's how that worked. You know what I mean? It's like you have a TV show you don't watch, you just don't watch it, right? You know, it's
But no,
the thing.
they completely took him off.
Well, they did. They did. They banned him from Facebook for 2 years. Is that right? Did they say 2 years, or was that from all media?
Yes, at first the ban was indefinite. Then they had a meeting in which I didn't even know that they had a council that, convenes and determines this. I had no idea such a panel existed. But yes, they banned him for 2 years, and then Twitter has indefinitely banned him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I go back to, I stand by what I said before. Like, if you're just talking, you're not, if you're not trying to incite some sort of violent act or to hurt some person or persons, the classic, you don't cry, yell fire in a theater. Well, you do yell fire in a theater if the theater's on fire. I mean, yeah, you probably shouldn't panic people, but somebody's going to yell fire if there's an actual fire in the theater. But if there's no fire in the theater, obviously, then you're just being a jackass, and you deserve what you get. So, but I mean,
yeah. So all speech is not protected speech.
And you're more up on like constitutional law and stuff like that than I am. You're a constitutional conservative, right? When you say that. You've said that before, right?
That's very accurate. Yes, I'm a constitutional conservative, which often puts me at odds with both parties, and I like it like that. When both parties are mad at you, you're doing something right.
Well, that's true. Especially on the corporate level of those parties. If they don't like it, I love it. But let me ask you about this. And I was thinking about this today. So you're a constitutional conservative, right?
Yes.
Would the term be more like a constitutional preservationist? Because I mean, now hear me out for just a second. So a constitutional conservative means that and correct me if I'm wrong, that you adhere to the letter of what the Constitution says, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
While upholding the right of the people to alter it and change it.
Okay, that's what I was going to get to.
Which is what have happened. So I don't dabble in originalism.
Right.
A lot of my white conservative counterparts do, because, for example, when you take the Dred Scott decision, that was an originalist viewpoint of how the Constitution applied to Black people. And the Supreme Court said that the United States doesn't recognize any rights of any Black people because they were not in consideration when the country was formed to have citizenship, to have rights. So therefore, this court has no rights of any Black man that has to be recognized. He's property, and he can be returned to his owner. And so that's where originalism will get you. And I myself, as a Black man, of course, I don't believe in that. But the right of the people to abolish slavery with the 13th Amendment, to establish citizenship for the newly freed slaves with the 14th Amendment, and to secure the suffrage, the voting rights of the newly freed slaves with the 15th Amendment. So that's what I mean by constitutional conservative. Like I believe in the Constitution. I believe in federalism. I believe in the structure of our government, the way that it's set up. I believe that it's the best form that has ever existed in the history of man. It was an experiment in republicanism. I think it's been a resounding success because of the inherent right of the people to alter the document, to change it, to expand it, to right wrongs with it. Like, for example, giving women suffrage. That was a big thing. Ending prohibition was a big thing. So we've had several major strides that we have taken to move our nation forward that would not be possible if the Constitution were not created with the intent, the original intent, ironically, of being able to be amended.
Yeah, that's the thing. Here we are in 2021, and it seems to me like the Constitution needs maybe some like outpatient surgery. You know what I mean? Like not this little nip and a tuck here. You know, we may have to do a triple bypass on it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, think. Well, I'm talking about in ways that like you said, that benefit the people. You know what I mean? You just don't change the Constitution for shits and giggles, right? You change the Constitution to fit the times and the people that live in those times. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, like slavery. Like slavery should never have been in there in the first place. Should have never had slavery, obviously. And then prohibition, the same thing. They should have known that wasn't going to work. That's stupid. All right. So, you know, so now here we are in 2021, and the people are so handcuffed because they have no control over what's going on in the government, right? Like you and I, we go to the voting booths and we elect our favorite candidates that we feel represents our interests, and then they go to Washington, and then they get it's like they get there, and it's like they go through this, they get into the swimming pool of stupid, and when they come out of the swimming pool, you know, they're Stepford wives. You know, they're just like, yes, we must support the party. We must support the party
because it's in their interest.
Yeah, exactly.
The cesspool or the rat's nest, Washington, D.C., they make it in the interest of those politicians to sell out their principles in the name of personal enrichment. And so that's why character is such a big deal in a politician. And in 2016, when the Electoral College sent the president to the White House that had no character, I think he may be the most devoid of character politician that I have ever seen in my life. And I don't speak of that lightly. I mean, I'm even talking about.
Yeah, no, there's been some real doozies, that's for sure.
The Nixons of the world, the Bill Clintons of the world, even George W. Bush and his warmongering. I mean, no character whatsoever. I mean, Trump is completely empty on the inside.
And he's
strictly immoral.
He's the result. He's the end result. He's not the cause. He's the result. Right? You go all the way back to Reagan.
Yeah, we definitely agree on that.
Yeah, you go all the way back to Reagan, and I'm not gonna argue the merits of whether Reagan was a good president or not, but I mean, but he at that time, but that's where all of that started. He tried to tell us that this trickle down economics thing was going to work, right? And it did work. But it just didn't work for us.
But that's what Democrats didn't coin that term. Ironically enough, it was George H.W. Bush who was running against him in the primary that called it voodoo economics.
He called it voodoo economics.
He called it voodoo economics. Like, that's not going to benefit the people.
And you wonder why
it did benefit some people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, it benefited the top. Basically, trickle down economics is we'll get everything and then we'll piss on you and you can have that. That's what the trickle was the people getting it all at the top, and then they pissing on the poor. There's your trickle. Let me write my name in the snow.